Hello, guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here, and I brought my dearest you're IRL. What the hell?
I am IRL.
What the hell? Why did I say online?
Habit.
One of my dearest IRL friends.
Cat Sweatshirt. You can call me Sweatshirt.
And pronouns are?
They, them.
They're agender, which, fun fact, I gave them my agender flag because I'm not.
It's great. I have it just hanging up on my wall.
Anyway, so I was about to ask you if you had any channel announcements, but you don't, since none of my IRLs have YouTube that they make content on.
Or any other social media, in my case.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
A lot of things, but I don't consider this to be one of them.
Anyways, my channel announcements are I'm doing a Valentine's Day card exchange, which I haven't gotten any cards yet, and it's the 5th. So hopefully, if you guys are doing the Valentine's Day card exchange, I'm hoping that you guys get them in sooner than later, so I'm not sitting there at 11:59 MST on February 12th. I would wait until the 13th to get them all drawn, so that I don't give myself like a right hand cramp on the day before Valentine's Day.
Ooh, that would suck.
So yeah. There's always the case of I could just not get any Valentine's Day cards, but still. Christmas is apparently the more popular holiday.
Christmas. It's a week away.
I roll. Also, channel survey. I'm gonna probably close that soon. Also, 2024 is that year video posted like 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to like get another video started, but I'm having art block again.
That sucks.
But yeah, anyways, enough with the announcements unless you have an announcement.
Nope.
What's wrong with you? I'm kidding. Anyways, so let's get on with the actual show, and today we are doing What Would You Do stream, which is basically like, if you've seen the TV show, What Would You Do? It's basically like, obviously the TV show has staged scenarios, which we will not do because this is an audio show, but anyways, so we both can think about scenarios for each other and ourselves to answer.
Oh, and ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like for chat participation, I'm gonna mention this multiple times because like it normally takes people a bit to roll in here. Roll, get it? Pastry roll.
Oh my gosh.
Donut batch.
No, stop.
What are you gonna do if I don't?
That is a very good question. Oh wait, that is a what would you do question?
Yeah, wow. Totally unintentional.
We're off to a great start.
Yeah.
I already don't know what I'm gonna do.
Crazy how that works. But yeah, I'm gonna actually put this in the chat this time, but as far as audience participation, feel free to ask us what would you do questions. Please note that unless we're in the middle of a question, your questions take priority over ours. And I'm gonna make sure I type in the chat to make sure you either use the donut emoji or the at Rebellious Pastries to make sure that we know that you're talking to us, not each other. But please keep in mind that we moderate all of the chats regardless. We as in me, because I have the chat on my phone. Also, please note that in this episode of the stream, if I say anything that is punch in the shoulder worthy. My guest could actually punch me in the shoulder.
That is correct, and I have no qualms against doing so.
Because I am a bratty boy sometimes. I'm not quite a man yet. I'm a boy. Anyways, all jokes aside, want to get this show started?
Sure.
We're already on a roll.
No.
What would you do if your best friend made too many puns?
Okay, so I don't actually mind puns, to be honest. So I would probably just continuously say no, what is wrong with you? This is not permission for you to make more terrible pastry puns.
Terrible pastry puns? I think they're good.
Y'all can't see it, but I am definitely giving him a side eye.
I'll give them a side eye back. What would I do? I feel like I would make butter puns than my friend.
No, stop.
I think I might need to put this mic closer to me because I'm making you scream. Oh, am I making you scream?
Fifth Amendment rights.
What is the Fifth Amendment again?
I am pretty sure it's the right to remain silent.
Oh, right. Why did I think it was search and seizure?
That is a very good question. I don't even know which law that is.
I think that might be the fourth.
For some reason, I thought that maybe. I'll believe you. For some reason, I was thinking the Fourth Amendment, whatever it was, like, soldiers can't go into your house and just take over your home.
Soldiers cannot live in your house.
Forcefully. Like, if you offer, you can do so, but they can't invade your home and live in your house without permission. I'm pretty sure that's the fourth. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Do not listen to us for law advice.
Yeah. Anyways, what would I? Oh yeah, I already said I would make butter puns.
Yeah. So, what would you do if you could no longer drink coffee?
If I could no longer drink coffee, I would probably switch over to actually drinking tea again full time.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
How's that as an answer?
Honestly, I was kind of expecting that, and I was debating just asking caffeine in general, but a life without caffeine just sounds miserable.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I personally don't drink coffee anyway, so if I couldn't drink coffee, I would live normally. But if I couldn't drink tea, on the other hand, I would be very sad and probably just ruin my teeth by switching to soda.
What to do if all caffeine was banned, though?
Do you remember in history that time when they tried to ban alcohol?
Oh yeah, the Prohibition!
Yep. Probation Part 2.
Probation. Why did I? Okay. All right. We literally have to move the mic back and forth because I cannot just turn a knob.
Unfortunately.
Because we're not on a call. Anyways, my turn now. What would you do if all the water in the universe got switched to coffee? Like, I'm not talking about like sugary coffee. I'm saying like black coffee. Like all of the water that's currently in the universe would keep the same temperature, but it would be converted to coffee instead of water.
Ooh.
So you'd be showering in coffee. You'd be bathing in coffee.
Ooh.
You'd be cooking with coffee.
Cooking with coffee actually sounds like it'd be a really interesting challenge, But for everything else, I would probably set up filter systems.
Well, what if when you filtered it, coffee was what came out?
Oh my gosh. Even more pure coffee. Not water, just more distilled coffee.
Yeah, like every water source just switches over to coffee.
Ooh, honestly, I don't think there's anything I could
And
do.
let me also add that all coffee would be converted to water.
Oh.
So like you see like all the vending machines would have like a bottled water chinos and stuff.
That is really interesting. Oh,
Water chinos.
water chinos. Ooh. I honestly don't think there's anything I could do besides maybe just like accept it. Accept coffee as my new overlord, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I would, as far as showering goes, I would probably just use extra body wash so that I didn't completely smell like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do?
I'd probably have to do the same. Like, I mean, it wouldn't really make a difference though, would it? Because, like, you're still bathing in coffee. So, like, even if you use a whole ton of soap, in order to rinse it off, you're just gonna smell like coffee again.
Oh no!
So really, I don't think there's anything you can do.
Oh no! What do you think would be the worst case scenario in this coffee water world?
I think that is the worst case scenario, to be honest. I mean, probably like your pipes would clog a lot.
Let's pretend like that wouldn't happen.
Ooh, not like running out of foods that pair well with coffee. Cause like, you know, when you have the same food over and over again, like it just stops tasting good. And like, can you imagine mac and cheese with coffee water?
No.
No.
I would just give up mac and cheese at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's probably the worst scenario, having to give up mac and cheese.
Oh no, I didn't even think of that. Or would you take a water chino and make mac and cheese out of that?
In this theoretical world, would that be considered like the amount of heinous that making coffee mac and cheese would be now?
I don't know.
Questions.
But if water have always been coffee, then I feel like we'd just be used to having coffee mac and cheese.
Yeah. And then water chino would just be weird. So it's my turn. What would you do if you had to wear only one item or like one outfit from your wardrobe for the rest of your life or years? Either or.
You know, I tend to wear similar stuff anyway.
But only one. Only one. You can only wear one outfit. One shirt, one pants, one jacket, one hat. One. Nothing else. Ever. Not even to bed or when you have to wash your clothes. What would you do?
How about... So, I have a question. So, when you say, like, one item, are you allowed to own multiple copies?
No. But for the sake of the question, your clothes will never wear out. So even if you wear them for like 20 years straight, they aren't gonna be thread.
I would probably, hello, Flexiverse, that one, K-pop singer that I cannot pronounce his name, Averse. Please feel free to play along with the what would you do. Just please make sure you say at Rebellious Pastry or the donut symbol to make sure that we know that you're talking to us. Anyways,
our most recent question, in case you're wondering, was what outfit would you wear if you could only wear one outfit for like 20 years or something, the rest of your life? what would it be? How would you act?
I feel like I would act very similarly. I would just probably, um, if I would probably just, um, wash my clothes overnight and like sleep in a sheet instead of clothing.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably sleep in a sheet and then just end up wearing. When am I not in? Okay, I wear flannels in the winter. I feel like I would choose a t-shirt, um, a t-shirt, cargo pants. Does this include what kind of socks I'd wear?
If you want.
I would. Of course, this is a audio-based stream, so you guys can't see, but I choose like ankle cut, masculine socks, and then my Vans, and then yeah, I currently have sweatpants on right now, but I'd probably choose cargos over sweatpants because of most jobs wouldn't let you wear sweatpants to work, so I choose cargo pants.
That's something I didn't even consider. Yeah.
What is your answer to this question?
So I would choose a Hawaiian shirt because I've been on a Hawaiian shirt kick lately.
It's still in the middle of winter.
Yeah, but it makes me feel happy. So I'd wear that, and then I'd have a sweatshirt that I could take on and off, because I like sweatshirts too, hence cat sweatshirt. And so for pants, I was actually at our local thrift store yesterday, just because I needed to drive my car around, and I saw these really interesting pants that were like cargo pants, but near the knee, there was a zipper where you could undo the bottom half of the pants to transform them from cargo pants to cargo shorts. So, I didn't even think about the whole, like, winter-summer thing, but I would choose those pants. And socks, I would just choose regular Puma socks and regular sneakers. I think that is all the clothing items I have to be concerned about.
Imagine if you've made me stick to one pair of underwear as well.
Oh man, no.
I'm just saying. Also, yeah. Just so you know, Felix, we're not doing a general Q&A. This is a what would you do stream. I will probably end up doing a another actual Q&A once I stop scheduling all of my audio game slots to other guests, which will probably not be for a while, just because I've been asking people if they want on shows and their answer has been yes. I'm trying. Anyways, so yeah, we are only doing what would you do questions for the sake of this stream. So yeah.
Thanks for your question, though.
Thank you for your question, though. What? Let's see. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yes. What would you do if you had to live, like, a British royal? Like, is it, Meghan Markle and Prince, what's his name?
That is a
William?
Oh, yeah, Prince William. I know
Prince
that guy.
William and Meghan Markle. Imagine if you had to live like a British royal. Like, not, you can keep anything a secret.
Okay, for the sake of the question, do I have to live like one, or is this a situation where I have suddenly been cast into that lifestyle?
You've been suddenly cast.
Redistribute the wealth!
But you would still have, like, paparazzis wanting to know every single thing you do.
I will redirect them with all the drama about me redistributing all my wealth.
What if they still are like taking
Flash a
pictures
pose.
of you.
But in all seriousness, I'd probably like get a wig. I heard of someone, I don't know who, but they are some kind of singer, and they've managed to remain largely private because they like when they go out, they wear wig and stuff, and like they hide their identity and stuff. I would do that. I'm a private person, and I don't like a lot of attention in that way. It would make me uncomfortable. So yeah I would just hide and distract them with major redistributions of my wealth.
Oh man, here's the thing. I feel like that if I had paparazzis like constantly being nosy about my life, I would just make them so bored to where they feel like they would want to do better things with their life.
Oh, that is the exact opposite approach of mine.
Because like here's the thing, like I would make them bored because it's like, oh, what is Pastry doing? He's drawing. What is Pastry doing now? Drawing. What is Pastry doing now? Doing his homework. What is Pastry doing now? Sleeping.
But then you'd still get articles about like top 10 royal members of the British family who are closer to you than you think.
If people wanted to write articles about me, I would just be like, go ahead. Go ahead, make an article about me.
Yeah.
At least you're not trying to start World War III.
Oh, it's my turn now.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you were a god? Or the god, or whatever.
If I was a god, you want to know what the first thing I would do?
What?
I would make it so that I'm a cis man.
Honestly, yeah. That probably answers another "what would you do" question.
Oh, man! But besides that, I would make it so that no one would ever want to cause another war again. Make it so that people can actually be peaceful with each other. And make it so that people can not hate on each other.
Yeah, I would do something largely similar.
And here's the thing. If someone does something stupid, I would make the natural consequence like 10 times worse.
Interesting. Falling down, you hit your head, you suddenly no longer have a head.
Okay, but I would make it so that people can live without heads for like a week. Just for the comedy of it.
What
Just for
the
the
heck?
comedy for it.
You consider that comedy? I consider that a horror movie.
Think about all the headless chickens.
They're not chickens, they're humans stumbling around with no way of seeing or thinking, just a headless body. That would be terrifying.
Also, I would take Jesus's advice and turn some water into wine. Not all of it, some of it. We need some more wine.
Honestly,
kidding.
that would probably fix our like ocean problem of like water not being drinkable. Just have wine.
Oh man, I'm not saying like an ocean. I'm saying like
Living it up like the Greeks.
yeah.
Drink wine because the water's not safe.
Yeah. Oh man. Those are all joke answers.
Yeah.
Except for the whole making it so that we could live without another war.
Yeah, I would do something similar. I would just remove greed. And that would have the same effect, I think. And once I remove greed, I would think that natural human empathy would shine through, and then we would no longer have issues of, like, starvation or homelessness. Without greed, a lot of the fuel for that kind of thing would be gone, I hope.
If I'm a god, does that mean I'd be able to just remove all mental illness from the world?
Honestly, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I would also remove that too.
Yeah. Your turn.
All right. Let's see. So, what would you do if everyone switched to the opposite? Like, for in your case, you would be a gender male at birth. What would you do if everyone in the world switched both genders and gender identities? With me, so I would be a trans woman in this world.
Okay, makes sense.
So yeah, everyone would switch gender and gender identity. So if all the cis women would be cis men, all the cis men would be cis women. Just everyone like switches.
Honestly, I'm pretty neutral towards gender and all of that. Hence the whole agender thing. I don't think I'd care. I don't think it'd make a difference to me, to be honest. I mean, though it would be really interesting to see...
All of your friends as well would switch over.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never cared about that kind of thing. It would be really interesting, though, to see, because of things like... What's the word? That anti-feminism thing.
It'd be anti-masculism. I feel like it would be.
Yeah, like would that switch or like
misogynistic?
Misogyny.
It would depend on how this new world would function.
Yeah, like would misogyny be a thing or would it just switch over to like what is the male version of misogyny?
I don't know.
I don't either. That would it switch to that? Would that be societally normal?
I don't
know. I would do nothing different, probably.
I would, if I had like the knowledge of being a trans man before, I would probably be like, wait a minute. I would be confused because I'd be like, I have the stuff I want, but I don't want it. I want the other stuff. It would be a mind fuck for sure.
For sure.
Because I'd be like, wait a minute. What? I'd be like, I have what I thought I wanted.
But no longer.
Now I am a trans woman, which means I'm going to have to do the opposite of what I know. I would be confused.
Yeah, I can see that.
What would you, but like, if you had the prior knowledge of being agender as a female at birth. If you were feeling comfortable with me saying that you're a female at birth.
That's fine. You've already said it.
Yeah, sorry. You could have punched me in the shoulder if you weren't comfortable.
That's fine. Again, probably nothing. Well, I'd probably take a bit to categorize what I feel differently. 'Cause, like, you know, I'm still agender. It's the same in that way, but like, you know, I, same as any other transgender person, have wondered what it's like to have the opposite parts. So I would probably categorize it in my mind. And who knows, I might even decide that I liked being AFAB better.
Yeah, I would probably be confused. Like, completely confused.
Yeah.
Because going from being a trans man to a trans woman would just be a total mind fuck.
Meanwhile, I'm the same as usual.
Yeah!
Cool. So, what would you do if you had to switch your major?
I'm not saying what my major is on air.
Fair enough.
But Beth. I would probably switch it to another one for a month and then switch back. You never said I couldn't switch back.
Oh, come on.
I would switch it to something similar for a month and then switch back.
Okay.
Or maybe I'd switch to being an art major.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I would probably switch my major and my minor. I don't want to say what my current major is because I want to keep that life and channel life separate.
Cool. I have no such qualms. I'm a computer science major. And despite asking it, I don't really know what I would switch my major to. I want to say math, but I've taken so many math classes that, like, I know that I would hate the higher level math. So maybe, biology? I like that well enough.
Oh man, you seriously don't want to take biology 150?
No, I don't think I do. But hey, if I had to.
Yeah, I like my answer better. I would just switch my major and my minor, but my minor would have to be an emphasis technically.
Yeah.
But yeah. Which means I would still end up with the same job.
Which ruins the spirit of the question. So, whatever.
Take that. Take that.
Curses.
Wait. I have a question. Do you have any like major like sensory issues with any specific material or no? Would you say?
Nothing is coming to mind, but I have a whole bunch of minor ones.
Oh man.
Like velvet. Oh my gosh. Like I can touch velvet for a bit and be fine, but like after a bit, I just gotta take my finger off and rub it away.
What would you do if every texture in the universe turned into the textures in your case, texture in my case, that brings you the most sensory issues? Every single texture, everything you touch.
Ooh, that is how a lot of people live now. I assume I'd just get used to it.
Oh man.
I wouldn't. Or maybe I'd just wear gloves all the time.
But those gloves
No! No! Wait, no! No!
Gloves would also be
No!
made of that same material.
No! Oh, that would suck. Yeah, I would probably end up crying a lot.
Same. I
But-
feel like I would have it worse just because like everything would be the texture of wet sand or
Yeah.
sharper.
Yeah.
I can't deal with grainy textures. I also can't deal with heat.
So it would be warm.
So it'd be warm, grainy textures.
That sucks. Don't go live in the desert, maybe.
Yeah. There's a reason of why I don't choose the desert. Oh man.
It's my turn now.
But wait, what would you do? You never said what would you do in that world.
Cry. That's all I could
you
do.
You would just cry.
And deal with it. That's all I could do. Unless you want to get into some very no-no topics.
No,
Yeah,
let's not.
Exactly. So, like, literally the only thing I can do is, like, suck it up or cry. Which is partially sucking it up anyway.
I would probably try to touch as least amount of things as possible.
But, like, even your clothes.
I wouldn't wear clothes.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't wear clothes at that point.
Okay, fair enough. My turn. Ooh. What would you do if for some reason you had to go on a 6-month sabbatical, like just through nature? Minimal to no contact with society.
It would depend on where.
Where? Where do you think you would go?
I would probably like go in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Well, would I be allowed to bring anything?
Of course. You would probably die if you couldn't bring anything.
I'm guessing I wouldn't be allowed to have internet access though.
That's society.
Dang it. Anyway, so
Well, because, like, you can't charge your phone, you know?
Right.
And, like, the woods and stuff aren't really...
right. I would probably just I would probably take like a sharp weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And I would take like at least a few pairs of clothes. and like a few snacks, and then I'd probably just live like a wild, like a wild mountain man for those 6 months.
Nice. A sleeping bag, definitely.
Yeah.
And I would bring some of those like hot hands or whatever, those little warming packs. I would bring those for the nights and stuff.
I would probably go for I would probably, instead of bringing those hot pads, I'd probably bring one of those like have you seen those like survival blankets that look like a tinfoil?
No.
I would take one of those. They're basically like reflectors.
Ah.
Or like reflectors that you can like put over yourself to warm yourself up.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Where would you go if you had to go somewhere for 6 months without society?
I'm just thinking of a whole bunch of negatives, because like rainforest is a no, because while there's a lot of flora and fauna, a lot of it is poisonous. And I would very quickly probably end up perishing. Desert is a no, because the only places you can find like oases are societies. But I mean, I can't speak the language of any desert area that I can think of. Well, no, there are some desert areas in America, in English-speaking countries. So yeah, no desert, that's out. Prairies are fairly neutral, but they don't have a lot of flora, and I highly doubt that I could hunt well. So probably a forest as well, and I'd just bring a book on like local flora.
I like how you went to, let's see what kind of plants we can eat. Well, I'm out there like, let's go ahead and stab a bear or something.
Well, but you see, I would have to run, and I am not a runner. It does not happen. So maybe I would bring some rabbit traps. Maybe I could catch a rabbit or something.
I like how I instantly went to what's the first piece of meat that I could go grab for myself.
Oh, I would need to bring some water filters.
Yeah. I like how I accidentally turned this question into it. How do we survive in the wild scenario? My bad.
Nah, that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
The viewers get to see how bad we are at wilderness survival.
Apparently so. I feel like I would be able to live longer than you in the woods.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just because of all the training I've had for IRL jobs.
I have had none of that. I am a computer science major. I have not touched grass in 4 months.
You're a nerd.
That too. That does not help.
You're a nerd.
I am very much a
nerd. People tend to think I'm a nerd because I hang out with them, but that's not the case. What would you do? What would you do if you, instead of the school you currently go to, you went to a school that was just 100%, like jocks, 100% jocks, just jocks everywhere except for you?
I like to think that they would, bring me into their ranks unwillingly, against my will, not theirs. And somehow I would end up being healthier. Maybe not like jock levels of jock, but do some exercising, lift weights, and kind of just nod and say yeah when they all talk about how great exercising is. And I would probably hightail it out of there ASAP.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What would I do? It would depend on like how chill they are with the fact that I'm not one. Let's see. I would probably try to get them interested in what I'm interested to so I can actually have friends.
Oh, yeah.
I would be like, I would probably be like, you sometimes need a break from the gym. Why don't you watch some of my cartoons? How's that as the strategy?
That's a good one. I didn't even think about it. I just thought immediately they would make me into them.
I think that kind of just shows like how like I'm socially powerful. We each of us are. Not like in a bad way, but like how influential I can be sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have a better like I don't know how much you've tried to influence people, but
I don't. I am the chill person, I feel like.
you're definitely. I feel like you're chiller than I am.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Oh, it's my turn. Wait.
Yeah.
It is my turn. Ooh. What would you do if you couldn't eat meat anymore? Like, what kind of vegetarian dishes do you think you would make?
I would probably die.
Honestly, yeah, that's fair.
Because here's the thing. You want to know the only source of protein I'd have if I had to go vegetarian?
What?
Holds up a can of nuts. I'd be eating a lot of nuts if I had to go vegetarian. Wait, vegetarian's not vegan. I could also drink milk and eat eggs.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that'd be fine.
Yeah,
But
just no meat. Just no
I
meat.
would miss meat too much, though.
Yeah, me too.
I need meat.
Yeah. I asked that question and, like, thinking about it myself, I would be very sad. I like very few vegetables, and while I like a lot of, like, grains and I like mashed potatoes and stuff, I would just be very sad. I've actually never tried tofu. I keep meaning to, but I think I'm just scared to try tofu.
Tofu is based, with my experiences, it has the texture of a hard-boiled egg
Ooh.
without the taste of a hard-boiled egg.
Okay. I really should just try tofu.
But yeah, I would. Oh man, I'm just thinking about how much of a disaster plant-based meats are. I almost threw up during when I tried a plant-based meat during the Camp Potato Story video.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like the oldest story time I have. But yeah, I would probably try to live off nuts.
Okay.
If I had to not eat meat.
Yeah, I think you could get pretty far with
Nuts
that.
and protein powder.
Yeah.
And protein shakes.
Yeah. Okay. Your turn.
I feel like I ended up having a more survivable answer to that question too. I have a two-parter. Which means I'll go twice, you go twice.
Okay.
What would you do if it was always day outside and you couldn't do anything to like shut the sun off?
Okay, so I actually have family in Alaska.
But it's gonna be like 365 days worth of sun.
Yeah. So I already kind of know how to deal with all the sun. And part of the answer is to just have like boards that you put on your window. Well, it's not boards. It's like cardboard almost in thickness. And I'm pretty sure it was reflective somehow, but you put that in your window and it completely blocks off any light from getting through. And you put that on your windows when it's time for bed or when you want it to be darker. Honestly, I think that would be really great for solar energy, though. It would suck for global warming, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just keep a whole lot of those around. I would still probably end up using lamps or something and just, like, closing the window. Because, sometimes too much light is too much.
Yeah.
And then I would just survive. Lots of clocks. I would definitely need clocks to help me keep time, now that I think about it.
Yeah. It'd be crazy if it was if it went from like I'm gonna say 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Then like it goes throughout the day, and then once it hits like the time that it would normally be dark, let's say for the sake of this, like 5 o'clock, and then it would revert back to being 7 a.m. again.
Ooh.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting. So that way we would just have like one day of work, one day of rest or something.
I guess maybe.
Hmm.
Oh man, that would be interesting.
That'd be very interesting.
Now, here's the second what would you do question. You probably can guess what the second one will be.
What would you do if it was always night?
Yeah. That's the second one.
Ooh, that would be a very interesting world. I would carry around a lamp at all times. Probably a flashlight, too. Both. That would be really interesting. Like, communication would be different, too. Like, you see a friend, and then you, like, flick your flashlight at them instead of waving.
That would be interesting.
That would be really cool, actually.
I would need some, like, natural light imitating lamps.
Yeah.
Specifically.
I assume if this is just the way that the world is, that we would eventually lose, like, the whole serotonin-based vitamin D thing. But if we didn't, I would have to take a lot of vitamin D pills and stuff just to, like, not be sad all the time.
Oh, yeah, now that I think about it, everyone would be sad all the time.
Uh-huh.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Let's pretend like the serotonin wouldn't be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Alright. I mean, like, I feel like we would just be pulling all-nighters constantly.
Yeah.
Or would it be all-dayers at that point?
That randomly made me think, why do we call day day? And why do we call night night?
What? Why?
I don't know, because, like, you know, surely the word day has some kind of relationship to the sun. So, like, if the sun doesn't exist anymore, or, you know, we get our heat source from other sources, hopefully, else we would all freeze, what would we call, quote-unquote, daytime?
You're a nerd.
I am such a nerd.
You're a nerd.
Yes. 'Tis true.
Why is it that every time you say something remotely nerdy on the show, I'm like, you're a nerd?
Because I'm a nerd. Oh, is it my turn now, then?
I guess so. And you get to go twice.
Yeah. Did you answer for night?
I said, wait, I didn't answer for the if the serotonin wasn't an issue. I would probably, I don't know. I don't know what time I would dedicate to with the whole always night thing. I don't know what time I'd party and what time I'd work.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
What time would I do the show?
Would it matter even?
No, it wouldn't matter.
Would time even exist anymore?
Probably. Maybe. Or maybe I would just be like, call you up and be like, hey, sweatshirt. I almost said something else. Hey, sweatshirt. Want to do a show with me right now?
And then I'm just like groggy, like, I just woke up. What are you saying? What is reality?
What? Yeah, your turn.
What would you do if you were severely allergic to dogs? Like, there is no cure. You are severely allergic. You will be sneezing 24/7 around a dog. And for like 2 hours afterwards.
Oh. I would own a cat.
Nice. I support this.
You cat person!
I am very much a cat person.
Alright, I'm gonna
Make
modify
it not a cop-out answer.
I'm gonna modify your way of answering this by replacing dogs with cats.
Yeah, I would do that too. I would get a lizard. Like a bearded dragon, or I'm pretty sure that's the right word.
Why wouldn't you get a dog?
Because I think it's more interesting to say I would get a bearded lizard, bearded dragon. Wow, words. Okay.
Words!
Words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing against dogs, to be honest. I would probably like a dog in that case, but bearded dragon. I put my thumb up to the microphone as if, like with a thumbs up, as if you could see that.
But yeah, I just went to I would own a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, in this world where I'm severely allergic to dogs, my family isn't severely allergic to cats.
Man, that would suck. Social distancing. Part 2.
Oh man.
Electric Boogaloo.
No! No! We're not gonna live in that world anymore. Your turn again.
What would you do if you had to change your hairstyle?
No fair! Because I'm already thinking about changing it.
Okay.
Just like, I just don't know what I would do to make it more masculine.
Well, I don't know. Here's your opportunity to talk through some options you have.
I probably would try to, grow the front part out more and then, like, shave out the back. Like, shave the back and have the front be still, like, fluffy.
Interesting.
How about you?
I currently have an undercut. So I would probably switch it to just long hair. I don't know. I like long hair, but I hate taking care of it.
You would get mammed a lot, I feel like.
Yeah,
if you
probably.
were to do that.
But, like, who cares? I'm taking tea. Eventually, I'll look masculine enough that long hair will balance it out. And whenever someone sees me and they say ma'am, they'll look at me and be like, oh, sorry, sir. Or in the opposite case, they'll see me and say, sir, sorry, ma'am.
The sir, sorry, ma'am happens to me.
Oh, yeah,
this weekend.
That's happened to me, too.
And I'm like, you want to know what I said?
You're right the first time.
Yeah! Did I already tell you this?
No, it's just something I've had to do, too.
You were right the first time.
Yeah. Like, sure, they weren't right the first time in my case, because, you know, I'm agender, not male, but still, it's funny.
Yeah, like, and this customer was trying his hardest. And I'm like, you were right the first time.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought I was a trans woman. Who knows?
Yeah. Is it my turn? No, I already went. Okay, it's your turn again.
With the hairstyle thing? Okay. What would you do if you had to live the rest of your life in the social distancing universe and you lived alone?
Ooh. That is difficult because I am very bad at online communication with people. Like, online friendships just do not occur naturally for me. I need that in-person aspect of it.
But you can hang out in person, but it'd be 6 feet apart.
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah, actually that would probably be fine. Just a whole lot of bowling, probably.
Bowling?
Yeah, you know, you could go bowling in separate lanes, or, like, honestly, I could probably find some online activities to do as well. Just, like, set up a Zoom chat every once in a while, and then, like, all of my friends just sit there and we do crafts or something on call. I think that would end up being all right.
I'm just imagining, like, you and I, like, in a park somewhere, just like sitting in our own chairs, being like, "Hey, you over there! Hey, you! How are you doing over there? All the way over there."
Yeah, honestly, we would see record lows in disease in general. Like, I took a biology class a couple semesters ago.
You nerd.
Yeah, and it was great. Like, we talked about like some of the reasons why big populations end up experiencing these drastic drops in population. Like, you'll go up, you'll hit a peak high, and then you'll just drop down really fast. And a big part of that is the spread of disease. You get more people, you get more coalesced together, and it spreads disease. So I think if we could realistically social distance forever, we would probably extend our livelihood as a species. You seem very interested in my nerdism. Okay, I see how it is.
No, I'm thinking about how much of a nightmare it would be to never hug a person again.
I mean, it's not like you couldn't. Just like sneakily, you know?
I would miss hugging my friends. Not like I hug them anyway right now, because most of them don't want hugs. What's wrong with you people?
We're nerds.
No, but with the hugs.
We're nerds. Cuties.
Not gonna lie, this is gonna sound weird, but I think out of everyone I hug currently, the person who I hug the most is my boss.
Oh. I mean, she's awesome. But like...
She is basically me, but if I was a woman all along and older.
It would be weird if we had a boss who was younger than us.
Yeah. Imagine how some of our older coworkers feel.
Oh, yeah. You're right, actually.
But yeah, I would probably try to find a way to make hugging a stuffed animal feel like hugging a real person.
You know,
in the social distancing world.
I wonder if we would have like underground revolutionary groups that were just hug based.
Just imagine if you had a ton of hug cults. I would probably be like, Sweatshirt, join us in our hug cult.
I would run away. There's a what would you do question.
Ooh.
What would you do if your friend joined a cult and was trying to get you to join it?
It would depend on what the cult was for. It would depend on what the cult was for.
I personally think it doesn't matter all that much. A key feature of cults is that they control, like, every aspect of your life.
I just thought of a new idea of how to answer this question.
Oh.
I would join the cult.
Nope.
Take over the cult. And I'd be the new cult leader.
Okay.
I'd take over the cult.
Yikes.
How's that as an answer?
Good for you, I guess, as I say, creeping away slowly.
Imagine if I ended up saying another answer of, I'm already in the cult, but I'm the leader of your cult.
I would walk away even faster, slower.
Like, imagine if, like, this dude is like, would you like to join my cult? No, wait, I'd be like, dude, you're in the pastry cult. Did you forget this somehow? Dude, you were in my cult.
There's a clause down at the very bottom that says you can't join any other cults. Sorry about that, dude.
Yeah. I imagine if, like, my friend asked me if I wanted to join a cult.
Oh my gosh, I think I just understood the Felix from Stray. Wait, no, Stray Kids. Okay, never mind. There's a character in the game Stray. I'm pretty sure who's named Felix. I don't know. I could just be hearing things, or I don't know.
But yeah,
sorry.
Imagine if I was the leader of the cult all along.
Oh my gosh. the secret member of a cult, and then your friend tries to recruit you into said cult that you already lead.
I like how our answers are just completely different. You would like walk away and unfriend them, and then I'm like,
I didn't say that. It would realistically probably depend on the friend and the cult. Like if they were in like a harmful cult that it was like severely distressing them, I would stay. Ooh, actually, wait, no. I was gonna say that I would stay with them for a bit and try to convince them and then leave if eventually trying to take care of them was too much. But I feel like doing that would honestly just make them want to join the cult more, because that's what cults do. They tell you that your friend's leaving is a sign of the friend being bad, not you. And that even if all your friends leave, you still have the cult. And they will never leave you so long as you continue giving them $400 a month and all the rest of your paycheck.
I like how your answer is that, and then my answer is, haha, I let it all along. What did you think my answer was gonna be?
Ooh, I don't know. I kind of assumed it would be something along the lines of, ooh, yeah, probably just leave. Not join.
Not, I was the leader all along.
Yeah, certainly not that.
I've joked about, like, starting a cult before. It's all a joke. Wait a minute. Is the Donut Batch a cult? No, we're not. No, we're not a cult. We're not a cult. I'm not a cult leader. Am I a cult leader?
Oh my gosh, why are you doing that? I forget what that thing is
the
called.
The pleading point.
Yeah, the pleading point. No, stop.
Stop! Stop it, you stupid bread roll.
This feels like one of those shoulder punchable moments. It was a tap.
Yeah, I was kidding. Anyways, my turn. What would you do if all of your friends turned into cartoon characters?
Ooh.
And you stayed in this universe, and yet all of your friends turned into cartoon characters, and if you try to make new friends, they'll also turn into cartoon characters.
I would start a cult.
Wait!
I would start a cult where if you befriend me, you get to join the wonderful world of Cartoonland, and all you have to do is give me your money for approximately 4 to 6 months, and it'll happen automatically.
I'm just laughing because, like...
Quick turnaround, huh?
Yeah.
Cults are bad, and they try to ruin your life. I would make a cult. What about you?
I would try to befriend myself and become a cartoon character myself.
Wait a minute.
I'm already a cartoon character.
Oh, very true. There's some motivation for self-love.
Yeah, imagine if like, I'm like, so all of my friends are cartoon characters. I'm gonna join them. Can I be friends with myself?
That's a good question. Do they all join the same cartoon, or is it like, are they each joining their own cartoon that they're the main character of?
A cartoon universe.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in the same cartoon universe.
Cool. Can I watch their shows?
I mean, why not?
Fair enough.
I mean, you could watch my show right now. Wait a minute, you couldn't technically watch my show right now because you're on my show right now.
Feedback loop. I could totally do that. It would just not be very good.
Yeah. Anyways, your turn.
Oh no, is it my turn again?
Yeah.
What would you do if you suddenly didn't have the need to breathe anymore?
Breathing is automatic.
But what if you didn't have to?
What would I do if I didn't have to breathe?
You only needed to breathe to talk. You didn't need it to live. Like, you could just hold your breath right now, and so long as you never talked again, you wouldn't have to take another breath till you died.
I would probably either go underwater or go into space to find out a new discovery.
See, you still have the issue of pressure. To be nerd again.
You're a nerd!
Yeah, fair. He would win all the hold your breath contests.
Yeah! What's your answer?
Honestly, probably same. I wouldn't try to explore the deep depths of the ocean because, again, like the whole water pressure thing. But, like, I would totally just spend hours swimming around in a lagoon. That would be really cool. The animals would eventually think I was part of their ecosystem.
Now we're going into biology again. I already left that class today. Alright, it's my turn again. What would you do if the world as we knew it turned into a musical? Everyone sung instead of talked. And whenever people sung, they'd talk.
Ooh.
This show would be interesting.
I am reminded of the Henry Danger musical episode where it's like, they took control of the speakers and turned everything into a musical. That was a funny episode, actually. I don't know why I'm thinking of it. Well, I do know why I'm thinking about it, but yeah. To suddenly go from never singing to singing all the time.
And everyone would be singing all the time.
Yeah, that would be really... Ooh, would we all be imbued with some kind of musical talent?
I mean, like, alright, to answer this question, we'd be as effective at singing as we currently are with talking.
Okay.
So, like, the better you are at talking is the better you would be at singing. But if you don't know how to talk, you wouldn't know how to sing.
Makes sense. That would be really interesting. I feel like going from never talking to like always, from never singing to always singing, there would be a lot of discordancy in regards to communication. Like, it would all be like squeaks and weird notes, and it would be interesting. I think I would probably try and avoid talking.
You want to know what I thought of when you said, like, always squeaking?
No.
It reminds me of the sound of my voice.
Yeah, I knew as soon as I said
Especially last Saturday. Did you hear me during work last Saturday?
Honestly, I thought your voice was fine.
It got worse after you left.
Ah, darn.
But yeah, anyways.
But yeah.
That was my question. So it's your turn.
Oh, it is. What would you do if... Ooh. you could only pay in cash for things. No more credit card, no more check.
I don't use a check. I already almost always carry cash on me because I have my wallet.
Yeah, but now you'd have to probably carry more.
I would probably just have a stash in my room as if I don't already have a stash in my room.
Ooh, good to know.
Do you need money or something?
No.
I already tried to give you money when you were sad, and I'm like, do you want a money to buy a snack? And guess what you said?
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm fine. I swear I'm not strapped for cash as much as a college student can be. You know, I work. I have scholarships. I have loans. I'm fine.
But yeah, I would probably be fine. It would just be hard to make online payments, though.
Yeah, that's true. No more. So I guess that would mean that we wouldn't have like online things. We'd have more malls. Again.
Oh man, I don't like to. I don't like malls. I don't like shopping. I would probably try to snail mail cash at that point.
Oh, that's true. I
like how you think of what would you do questions, and then I am thinking about how hellish those questions would actually be.
I was thinking the same thing, like showering in coffee, like, or like the entire world being a sensory nightmare. Like, geez. It's the same with the questions you ask. See, the things that I were thinking of is, like, if you wanted to, like, go out and make a big purchase, you'd have to kind of, like, plan that out beforehand. Like, and also, theft.
Buying houses would be interesting.
That would be interesting. You know, the value of things would probably go down. You would pay for a lot of things in coins again.
Interesting.
And then, like, big things like houses would be paid for in bills.
$100 house.
And that would be like our $1 million house or something. Could you imagine trying to bring $1 million in bills anywhere? You'd have to rent a car for all the bills.
I feel like partial payments would be way more popular.
Oh, that's true.
Like
payment plans.
I mean, so like imagine like
how bars have tabs. Yeah.
I would probably say, like, if I tried to sell anything, then I'd definitely have everything be a payment plan. So people could just bring me money instead of them having to have it all up front.
Yeah. I could see that, yeah.
I like how we're just thinking of logic for these things.
Yeah.
Like, this is supposed to be a scenario game, not a what?
I mean, that's what you get when you bring a nerd into a what would you do?
You nerd! Alright.
Oh, is it my... No, it's not.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
What would you do if... What would you do if you had a choir full of voice-changing, middle school boys?
Quit.
No, just, narrating your life.
Well, realistically, if I was like their choir teacher or something,
yeah.
I would probably just give up. Like, they can sing as crackly as they want. All I will do is make sure they're on beat.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. It would be. It would probably foster an environment where, like, you don't care about how you sound in singing, which would probably be kind of nice, but also no one would ever come to our concerts. And I would lose funding and be fired.
I would probably try to give the choir recorders and see how that would go.
That would be even worse. Instead of squeaking, now they're all out-of-tune recorders, which sounds worse.
No. I feel like I would probably try to turn it into some type of comedy show.
That would be interesting. There's probably a way that choir teachers deal with, like, preteen puberty voice changers, but I don't know anything about that.
Imagine if you had to tell me to sing right now.
Do it.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Why are you staring at me right now? You are kind of scaring me. Why are you side-eyeing me? Why am I still in the tone of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star?
Twinkle, twinkle.
Or the ABCs. They're technically the same song.
Really? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh my gosh, you're right.
And Baba Black Sheep.
Baba Black Sheep, have you any soul? Or whatever the heck that song was. You're right, and I hate it.
I'm sorry that it's a mental torture for you sometimes.
This is a revelation. I'm gonna do nothing with this information.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, my turn. Wait, no. You still gotta answer.
Oh yeah, I said it. I said I'd turn it into a comedy show.
Yeah, you're right. That does count as an answer.
Yeah, I said I would give them recorders too.
What would you do if you had to switch bodies with me? Right now.
I feel like we'd be in the same spot as before.
Yeah.
But I would probably be a little happier because you're further along than me.
Yeah, maybe.
We're both trans mask.
Yeah.
I like how right after we're done with the squeaking question, my voice just like squeaked so much.
It heard its call and responded.
Yeah. I feel like we'd be in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say?
Oh, yeah.
Would we switch brains too?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't think it would change all that much, to be honest.
We'd be in the same spots as before, except I'd be strong. I'd be further along in testosterone than I currently am.
Yeah.
You probably should have thought more before asking that question because
That's
we're
true.
pretty much
Yeah, it would be kind of interesting though to like see once and for all like if people really do see differently. But yeah, that's not a great question. Do you want to go, or do you want me to ask another one?
At that point, sweatshirt would become what I'm gonna be, and I'd be a comp sci major at that point. If we were to just switch bodies.
Yeah, and you would not like that.
No. Wait, you would take my body to be a comp sci major.
Yeah, probably.
And I would take yours to do my future job.
Yeah,
we would be in the same spot.
I mean, I guess it would depend on whether, like, we had to try and pretend to be the other person.
I feel like if me and my boss were to switch bodies, or switch brains, would be switch brains or switch bodies.
Y'all would be in the exact same position.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, except our boss would be a little bit more sarcastic, and I would be a little less. I feel like you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, actually. It would suck for you, though.
Oh, man.
Cause, like, her job is hard.
Yeah, No. Anyways, is it my turn or yours?
It's your turn.
My turn. Let's see. What would you do if all of your teachers slash professors had voices of middle school boys slash trans men transitioning? Just in horrible handwriting.
No. I don't want to think about that. No. That would suck.
Just hello, class. Today.
Oh, man. I don't know. It would probably be like... It will actually probably be fine. It's funny to think about, but, I mean, I already can't read some of their handwritings. I already have, some mid-level of verbal processing issues. Auditory processing issues. Yeah, there we go. That's the word.
I feel like people would just be used to it at that point.
Yeah. You become a professor and suddenly your voice just changes to that of a preteen boy's.
I'm just thinking of scenarios where people are preteen boys now just because of my voice. I remember my voice, how it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, your turn.
Oh man, now I gotta think of another question.
Oh, wanna cry to your roommate about it? Oh, my best friend is making me play this stupid game.
That I agreed to do.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
What would you do if you had to quit, or what would you do if you were fired from your current job?
I would try to apply next door again.
Mm-hmm. And this time not avoid their call when they call offering you the job?
I answered, but I was just rude.
Because you thought it was a scam.
Because I thought it was a spam call.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that was great.
Or I'd probably try for the other grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Or even the other grocery store.
Grocery store, huh?
Yeah. And then I'd be like, and then I would probably stare the old store owners, I'm not saying what kind of store, in the eyes being like, why did I get fired?
Yeah, honestly, that's fair. I would try to get a campus job at the library.
The campus jobs don't pay as well.
That's fine. I kind of hate my job right now. It's fine, but working at a library, man, awesome.
I would not.
Yeah, but honestly, if I got fired from my current job, I would not want to just go over to someplace new and continue doing that job. I would also probably have fun trying to explain why I got fired.
Yeah.
So...
Anyways, my turn again. What would you do if you had to switch hobbies with a best friend of yours that doesn't have the same hobbies? What would those hobbies be, and would you enjoy them?
That is very hard because you are my only friend who does not have the exact same hobbies as me.
Dang!
Oh, no. There is one person, one of my friends, who is also a CS major. Actually, two of my friends who are both CS majors, like game design. That is not something I do because I've never been able to get myself to try. So, I would switch with them on that.
But one person, all of their hobbies.
Yeah. All of their other hobbies involve playing video games and occasionally reading books, though to a degree less than what I do. So honestly, it wouldn't be too bad.
This question is even more of a nightmare for me. Because I'd either have to take up comp sci, or I'd have to do gymnastics and racing, or I would have to be be a metal / rock fan. Not the nature rocks. Talking about the music here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who I'd switch with.
I mean,
wait.
When we say switch hobbies, do we mean like you would enjoy that hobby the same as this person who we're switching with does?
No.
Darn.
I probably would. Let's see.
Would we get their skill level?
Yes.
Okay, sick.
I would probably go with, I'm gonna say the name of this person for the sake of this, but I would probably switch to having health hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Health being like wanting to start a band, because then I could still animate. Wait, no, she would be the animator then, because we'd switch.
Mm-hmm.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
She kind of does like joke animations. She doesn't do like serious animations.
Mm-hmm.
Would I want to switch with health? Do you know how to code?
Yes.
Maybe I would want to switch with you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would be the animator.
No.
I like how I have 3 different options.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, all of them would suck in their own different ways.
Meanwhile, I have one pretty solid option. I mean, my roommate also, I guess they're an option too. They're super into like economics and politics. They willingly go to see water politics.
What?
I mean, apparently, according to them, it's like, it gets wild. But still, water politics.
Rights. Oh, right, water rights.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, who's your answer for, switching?
Definitely my friend was similar, but not exactly the same things as me. Because that way I could stay. But if not that kind of cop-out answer, I'd probably say my roommate. Because, I don't know, knowing about politics and sewing, that's another thing they like to do. Sounds pretty cool.
I would probably switch with you just because of the coding skills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can do animation through coding.
If we were to switch hobbies, then we'd still technically be in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, right. We're literally on a stream right now. Okay.
No,
yeah.
The same spot meaning like I would end up being Sweatshirt and you'd end up being Pastry.
Yeah. So like
but
we'd
in
still
different
be,
bodies.
We'd oh, right. We would just
switch places. We would just switch places again.
I did ask that question.
Yeah, you did. Your turn.
What would you do if you couldn't sleep with bedding anymore? I do not know why this question just came to mind, but it just did. It was beamed into my head right as soon as you finished talking.
I would classify bedding as something else and then sleep on the stuff I currently have. I would be like, that's pointing to my bed. That's not called bedding anymore. But do you see that spiky thing over there? That's going to be called bedding. And I'm gonna sleep in my bed. And I'm gonna be sleeping on my spiky thing.
Quote unquote.
What's your answer for this?
I would change gravity so that whenever I go to bed, I don't have to worry about like having a weighted blanket. I can just change gravity so that it feels like a weight is on top of me while I'm sleeping.
Wait,
but there's not.
You sleep with a weighted blanket too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
We are like, I swear.
That be the neurodivergency.
I swear, how I describe you to people is basically imagine me, but being good with computers instead of what I'm currently good at, which is not computers.
Fair.
My turn.
Yes.
What would you do if all of your friends turned into robots? But robot versions of how they currently are.
Robot rights. I would not treat them any differently. I mean, well, I guess, are they sentient?
What does that mean?
Like, they have consciousness.
I don't think robots have.
They live. They exist. Yeah.
We would act the same, but apparently we wouldn't have any feelings.
Interesting.
Just be like, if our personalities were like put into robots instead of our human selves.
There was this. So I'm in an ethics class right now, right? And our very first week, we had to debate this topic of like robot rights and like sentience and whether it's even possible and whether we should be concerned about it or not. So I kind of hate this question.
I'm sorry.
How dare you? Anyway, that was dramatics. But,
Is that a punch him question again?
no, you're fine.
Okay.
That's a good question. I do not know. Is this another situation where every single time I befriend someone, they turn into a robot?
Yes!
No! I make another cult! This time!
No! No, using the same answer.
Well, I would probably be really sad. Because it's not like cartoons this time where, like, arguably it's a good thing, you know? Like, sometimes you want to escape from existence and go into a cartoon. But, like, who really wants to have their consciousness squished flat and then imprinted and slapped on a robot skin? I don't know. I'd probably just isolate myself. Be that grumpy old gender neutral person on the block who like glares at everyone and says, "Get off my lawn!"
I would probably my answer is gonna be different than the cartoon character question. I would probably start asking my acquaintances if I could hug them. I wouldn't become friends with them because I wouldn't want them to become robots. But I would ask them if I could give them a hug.
Mm-hmm.
And I would keep them as my acquaintances so they wouldn't become robots.
Interesting question here. Do they become robots if you are their friend but not the other way around?
Wait, can you please repeat that? I'm still trying to process.
Like, do they still become robots even if you are their friend but they are not your friend? Do they still become robots?
I would say yes.
Oof.
to just to like debunk that, or just to like discourage Slytherin type thinking, or like bending the rules type thinking.
Bending the rules type thinking.
Oh man, wait. So I'm like, this doesn't have to do with anything, but during like a science activity, the professor gave us these like pulley things, or like this tube with ropes in them. He said that you couldn't take the tape off to see the mechanism in there. You want to know what I did?
What?
I turned on my phone flashlight, shined it into the bottom, and was trying to look through the holes.
That is so smart, actually.
And do you want to know what the professor said to me?
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You were too smart.
Oh man, he wasn't the happiest with me, but I don't care.
It was genius.
Oh man, no wait. Your roommate actually helped me think of like where to shine the flashlight.
Go, my roommate.
Yeah, but yeah. Oh man. What question were we on? Oh yeah, the robot question.
The robot question.
I feel like we ended up with two completely different answers again.
I would completely isolate myself.
And then here I am being like, I would defriend all the friends I currently have. And then I would just start asking my acquaintances if I could hug them and still stay acquaintances.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Because they're not my friends, so they can't turn into robots.
Yeah. I wouldn't risk it. I would be too worried. I would keep only professional relationships.
Oh.
It would be very sad. Maybe I would like just talk to AI.
Wait, what would happen if you talked to a robot? Would they still become robots?
I mean, if they're already a robot, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe I would continue to talk to my robot friends, but like, I think I would just feel too sad about the fact that I completely upended their entire existence.
I would probably end up turning into the Death by AI robot.
Yeah?
And determining if people could live or die with their answers.
Oh, actually, you know...
Wait, have you played that game?
No, but your answer did make me think of something. So, like, for the cartoon question, you said that you would befriend yourself. I would befriend myself. I would befriend myself and make myself non-sentient. That way, I couldn't form friendships, and therefore am no longer a danger to anyone else. And don't feel bad about isolating myself.
Oh. Dang! Using my own logic against me. Your turn.
I had one. I lost it.
I just thought of another one.
Go ahead.
What would you do if you lived in an apartment building, but every neighbor of yours is an enemy you've had?
Move out. Well, leases.
No, you
and
can't
stuff.
move out.
Yeah, leases and stuff. Can't break a lease.
Like every enemy you've had lives near you.
That is a very small apartment building, to be quite honest.
Same, but...
Like, genuinely, I think it might be... Wait. I don't think I've ever actually had any enemies, but some people might have considered, like, hated me. And I just, like, don't...
You would live by them.
I do not know of anyone, because, like, genuinely, I don't notice that kind of stuff.
That's fair.
So I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I would maybe not make friends with my neighbors or even try. If I needed anything, I would just go to a separate apartment complex.
Oh man, I would get murdered.
Oof. Yikes.
But I'm not gonna say why. I'm just gonna say I'd get murdered.
Yikes. So you like nuts. What would you do if you couldn't have nuts?
Sorry, my brain took that out of context.
Yeah, no kidding.
What would I do if I couldn't have nuts?
Yeah, like peanut allergy. So, like, no suffering through it, you would die. Kind of thing.
I would find another... find another source of protein instead.
What do you think that would end up being?
Probably protein powder, even though I use bowls.
Okay.
Why did you have to word it like that?
What the heck else was I supposed to say?
Oh man, I'm not gonna say why I'm laughing though.
Everyone knows why you are laughing.
Crap. Alright.
Well, this is...
Your answer.
Yeah, I don't like peanuts. So, like, I'm trying to think of something I can substitute for peanuts.
What do you like to eat for a snack?
No. Maybe cheese and crackers. But
You don't like snacks?
it changes all the time, you know? Like that ADHD thing, I got that in me, you know? It changes all the time, but currently it is cheese and crackers. So, no cheese and crackers, I would probably starve.
Man.
Well, no, I'd just end up eating less snacks.
Yeah. My brain. Sorry. Alright, my turn. Let's see. What would you do if you lived in a city and was stuck there? Like New York.
Oh my gosh, New York is terrible.
Oh man. Don't let my online friend who lives in New York hear you say that.
I will say it again louder. It's probably fine if you're used to it, but I am decidedly not.
Same.
I've never just been like isolated from society or anything. I've been in towns. I've been in a city before. I think I might have been in 2. I've been in places that are fairly big, but New York and big cities like that are a different beast.
You're lucky that I didn't say London.
London, England?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Would you like some water or something? Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we're keeping with New York.
Yeah.
Sorry to my online friend who lives there. Sorry, man.
I would have to buy top tier noise canceling headphones, noise canceling earbuds, noise canceling the whole 9 yards. Else I would simply go insane. And also probably I would take regular trips out of the city to just chill for a bit, because going from a standard town level of noise to New York would not be great. So, yeah.
I would probably try to get myself used to the noise, but yet get like a work from home job.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's smart. How would you do on the public transport, do you think? See, that is something that I can do pretty well. I have lived in a city before. See, I can scream too. Yeah.
Anyway, I would try to I would try to only leave the house to hang out with others, and not leave the house for like jobs or like my apartment in this scenario. Your turn.
Okay, fair enough. What would you do if you desperately needed money for college and you were told you could get a full ride scholarship if you chose a sport to not even compete in, just regularly do? You don't have to be great at it.
Does it have to be a sport that our school offers, or no?
Nah, just any.
Golf.
Wow. That was fast. Wow.
I'm just thinking about what sport would be the least of a logistical issue for me.
Okay, that's fair. My respect for you went down several levels, but has now gone back up.
Ouch! Alright, or maybe I would go with bowling.
That's fair too, yeah.
Or anything that wouldn't
involve lots of running.
I was gonna say anything that wouldn't anything that wouldn't be a team sport, that would have many barriers due to gender.
That's fair.
Hello, Bone. We're playing What Would You Do? Please let us know if you have any What Would You Do questions.
Or have any answers you want to give to a question.
Of course.
The question right now is, what would you do if you needed money for school and were offered a full ride scholarship for joining a sport? You don't even have to be good at it. You just have to do it.
And it doesn't even have to be a sport that a college would offer.
I mean, I can see a college offering golf. Maybe a super pretentious one, but yeah, like maybe Harvard, you know? You could go to Harvard full ride just for doing golf. Oh my gosh.
What's your answer?
Well, esports, obviously.
No, we're not going to include esports.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even do esports anyway. I would do badminton. It's great. I love badminton. I would do badminton right now, even if I wasn't offered a scholarship. But unfortunately, we don't have a badminton club. So, badminton is basically a mix between tennis and volleyball.
Why not pickleball?
What the heck's pickleball?
I haven't ever played it either.
Oh, wait, I think I might have. Is that the one with, like, the mallets where you have, like, the green, or not even the mallets, the one where you have, like, the red and the green balls, and then you try and throw those balls towards a white ball, and whichever team, red or green, has the ball closest to the white ball wins. That one. I'm pretty sure that one's pickleball, and my grandparents play it. And it's okay. It's an okay game. But badminton
It's basically like, it kind of looks like a tennis, but different.
Oh, okay. That is totally not what I was thinking.
I think you were talking about croquet.
No, croquet is the one with the mallets. You know, like where you hit a small ball through like these little things. That's not what I was talking about.
All right.
I don't know what the game I was talking about is.
But yeah, I was thinking about the sport that would give me the least legit that would give me the least logistical issues. And I instantly thought golf because yes, there's men's and women's golf, but it wouldn't necessarily like affect much.
Yeah, I highly doubt anyone would care.
Like, I couldn't be a football player.
Yeah.
Have you seen how tall and built those football players are?
Dude, it's crazy.
I would be pummeled. I would probably die.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking golf.
That's fair.
I like how you judged my answer, and then as soon as you heard why, you're like, oh.
Okay, yeah.
If I was a cis dude, I'd probably have different answer.
Yeah, I can see that. If you were a cis dude, what would your answer be?
If I was a cis dude, I would probably be way taller. Because, men on my mom's side are taller. If I was taller, then I probably would have went with basketball.
Interesting.
Because I tried basketball back when I was in middle school. So I probably would go with basketball.
Nice. Okay. Your turn for a question.
What's your answer for if you were like a cisgender?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Badminton. I love badminton.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Why is it called badminton then?
I have no clue, but
Not
it's
good mitten.
I have no clue, and I refuse to listen to that pun. I'm not acknowledging it.
You heard me.
I am not acknowledging it.
Heard me.
But yeah, it's a great game. I love it. It's not like it's like not physically exerting at all, but for some reason, physically exerting myself to do badminton feels way different than physically exerting myself to do literally anything else.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Let's see. What would you do if every single assignment that you needed to write just instantly turned into a poem version of that? Like you had to write a poem instead of a paper. And no, we're not going to go with the easy free verse. We're going to go with a more structured poem. Any structured poem of your choice.
I am so bad at that kind of thing. I would need to, like, go to the library and get, like, 10 books on writing poetry before I could do anything.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm currently in a poetry class, so would that mean that in the poetry class that would mean that I'd have to write in prose or like paragraphs during poetry class?
I have no writing assignments. I'm fine, actually. Yes.
Hey, Brody, this is not a Q&A. This is a what would you do stream. Anyways, what was your question? What was your question again?
It was your question.
What was my question again?
What would you do if all of your writing assignments turned to poetry?
Oh yeah, I was saying how I have a poetry class.
So would they all just turn to prose?
My only writing assignment is or my only writing assignments are poetry right now.
Oh.
But if every single class I've ever had that,
yeah, you're good,
it would have been interesting to do a business class, a business poem.
Yeah.
Poem about circular cash flow.
That would be that would be so odd.
I mean,
to say the least.
I mean, this is a true story, but I did write a poem on being a romantic, so a sonnet. Apparently one of the most romantic poems on the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote it about being a romantic, so.
Which is peak. You
Yeah.
You gotta love that kind of irony.
Yeah, people in my class liked it too. I had a workshop on it today.
Can I ask Brody if he has a question?
Sure thing.
Hey Brody, did you have a question for us? Like what would you do? Oh, I think they left.
Yeah, he hops on and off.
Fair enough.
But yeah. Anyways,
I have one. It's my turn.
yeah.
What would you do if every single emotion was flipped? Things that would make you happy made you sad. Things that would make you angry would make you joyful. Things that would make you chill would make you angry. That kind of thing.
Oh man. Animation would piss me off. Why is that the first thing I thought of?
I mean, it's valid. It's understandable. We are in a stream on your channel related to animation right now.
That would be an interesting world, because that would mean my worst enemies would make me happy.
Ooh.
What the heck?
Ooh.
What the heck?
That is actually way darker than I intended.
Am I right? Alright. Not thinking about them again. What would happen to the things that would mildly annoy me?
They'd mildly make you happier. Chiller.
Oh, man.
More settled.
My boss would annoy the living fuck out of me then.
Oh, no.
Crap!
Yeah, you'd have to, get a job you hate.
I would have to get a comp sci job.
I'd have to go into art. Well, actually, no, art is fine with me. There is not a lot that I hate. Oh my gosh. I would have to go into retail full time.
I would have to be a high school robotics teacher. In Florida. No, nothing against Florida except for their policies, which we're not going to get into.
They're politicians. All right.
We're not going to get into that.
Not at all. No.
In the heat, freaking. What else? Thank you for showing me the time, even though the time's right there. Wow. It'd be an interesting, there's probably a person that exists that hates animation and is a high school robotics teacher in Florida. There's probably someone like that in the world.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be me though. Man, what else? Let's see. What else would I like hate? I'd hate you.
Oh my god.
I like how you ask a question and I instantly think about all the things I'd hate that I actually like.
I would actually be social.
Crap. I'd be antisocial.
Huh.
Is this gonna be another answer of us just switching places again? But we have a similar personality.
Yeah. Interesting. Wait. Would
What?
this mean that our genders would change? Somehow?
I don't think so.
Because, like, being a gender it's right to me. It feels right. So, like, would I have to be...
Would you be pangender?
I was wondering that, too. Like, what is the opposite of nothing?
Everything.
Logistically, everything. But, like...
I'd be a cis woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh. What a great
What a great
last question.
question. Oh man, I want to ask one more so we don't end the stream like this.
Fair.
What would you do if you lived in a winter wonderland like 366 days in a year? Notice how I said 366. Because I'm not letting you even have one day during the leap year where you don't get to live in a winter wonderland.
He asked me this question, definitely knowing that I hate winter and the cold. Stay inside. I would 100% have an online job. I would get groceries emailed to me.
How would you get?
I have just... Okay, I heard myself.
How would you get? How would you get?
Okay, so, perhaps needless to say, I don't do online ordering of groceries.
How would you get groceries emailed to you? How would that work?
I would sustain myself off of the pictures of the groceries I bought.
This is so great. You probably won't want on another show after this.
Never again. And then imagine I actually never do a show again.
That would make me sad. But I'd understand why. But yeah, anyways, closing announcements. Do you have any closing announcements? You probably don't.
I made a mayo cranberry turkey Swiss sandwich.
Is that the sandwich I currently see right now?
Yes, but it does not have the Swiss cheese because I made some for my roommate too, and they are not having dairy right now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cranberry sauce. What?
And mayo. It is not
No!
bad. It is good.
You shouldn't.
I recommend you try
No! You shouldn't put mayo and cranberry sauce together. What's wrong with you?
it. Sourdough bread is like dry and stuff. I needed some kind of more liquidy stuff to like make it.
The idea of mayo and cranberry sauce.
It works. It's
No.
fine. You haven't tried it. Anyway, finish your
No.
announcements. I made mine and I am correct.
No, you shouldn't be putting.
I am going to eat this in front of you while you finish your announcements.
No. Oh man, Sweatshirt is currently aggressively eating their sandwich in front of me. You make me not want to make closing announcements. Anyway, so my closing announcements are, Valentine's Day cards, please. If you're going to do them, please do them sooner than later, so I'm not like, feeling like my eyes are gonna strain out if you guys all pelt your cards at me, on the 12th at 11:59 p.m. And then what else? Channel survey is still a thing, but I'm gonna close it soon. I should have closed it now, but whatever.
Midnight tonight?
Let's say tomorrow. Tomorrow, when I think about it again. And then what else? My next video, is going to be a more serious video, so heads up on that. And then, what else? I'm going to say who's on next week. Our friend by the name of the Ice Elemental is going to be on next week. I'm going to be interviewing him again. And yeah, anyways, do you have an outro?
I tried looking up Felix from the game Stray, and it turns out that there is no character from the game Stray named Felix, I think, according to the internet. So, I was wrong. Also, have a good one, everyone.
Wait, did I already ask you if you had an outro? Okay, that's your outro.
Yeah.
Anyways, I platonically love you, my donut batch, and see you in the future to come.